Imagine waking up to find $10 million worth of luxury cars being towed away while you stand in your silk pajamas. That is exactly what happened to Julian, a man who had never even seen the inside of a city bus, let alone ridden one. For 25 years, his entire existence was a sequence of heated leather seats and private drivers. But when the Justice Department froze every single asset he owned, his fleet of Ferraris and Porsches disappeared behind a heavy tow truck. Suddenly, the golden boy was grounded. He had a meeting across the city that he absolutely could not miss, but his bank accounts were locked tight. The only thing he found on his marble kitchen counter was an old plastic transit card left behind by his former housekeeper. Walking to the bus stop felt like a walk through a foreign country. He stood there in a $3,000 suit, staring at a rusted metal sign while commuters looked at him like he was an alien from another planet. When the bus finally pulled up, the screeching brakes sounded like a funeral march for his massive ego. He did not even know where to tap the card. He stood there frozen in the doorway until a teenager behind him pointed to the glowing electronic reader. The bus was packed to the brim. There was no climate control, only the heavy smell of rain and wet asphalt. Every time the driver hit the brakes, Julian stumbled, clutching a cold metal pole that felt like it had never been cleaned in its entire life. The people on that bus were not looking at his designer watch or his expensive shoes. They were just trying to get to work on time, and for the first time, Julian was just one of them. He was not a billionaire or an heir. He was just a passenger holding on for dear life as the bus hit a pothole. For 45 minutes, he watched the city crawl by through a scratched, foggy window. He saw people working, reading, and living lives he had spent decades ignoring from the luxury of a limousine. It was the most humbling 45 minutes of his entire life. He realized that the world does not stop spinning just because your empire falls. By the time he reached his stop, the suit was wrinkled and his pride was completely gone. But his eyes were finally open to the real world. Wealth is just a shadow, but reality is the sidewalk. If you think your life could change in a single day, hit that follow button and tell me in the comments what you would do if you lost everything tomorrow.